Okay, in this video what I'm going to show you is how you can actually create a story or tell a story using Scratch. This is a very easy to begin Scratch project. So we're going to go to scratch.mit.edu and we're going to hit create. And the editor will pop up with a new document, and I'm going to name this 5.2 Telling a Story 2020. And so my first item up for bids here is I don't want to really use the cat sprite, so I'm going to come down here and click the trash button to delete that sprite. The second thing I'm going to do is I am going to choose a backdrop. So I'm going to have a stage. I have some backdrops, so choose a backdrop. And I'm going to have two people talking. And they're going to talk on the boardwalk here. They're on the boardwalk. Two people are enjoying the day. Okay. So I'm going to introduce two new sprites. They're Abby and Devin. So I'm going to go to choose a sprite. And I can choose my characters. I'm going to choose Abby. And if you hover over, you can actually see Abby has several different costumes that are changing. So I'm going to choose Abby. And I'm also going to choose Devin, and Devin has a few different costumes, and you can play around with the people in here. Here are Devin's costumes. Okay. So here are Abby and Devin, and I'll actually move them. So they're on the boardwalk. You can see them. Now, the idea here is that Abby is going to be telling Devin a joke. So if you look, Devin is not faced towards Abby. But what I can do is I can double-click Devin here, or actually, sorry, look at Devin here, and go to Costumes. And there are 4 costumes. And what we can do is we can actually rotate or flip them so that Devin is facing Abby. So I'll hit flip horizontal, and now you can see Devin is actually facing, and I'll do that for all of these sprites, costumes. And there we are. So now Devin and Abby are facing each other. Okay, so now I want to start with some dialogue. So Abby is going to tell Devin a joke. So Abby might say something. So we can go to the looks commands here. And anything that you can see on the screen will be in the looks command. So you'll see, I'll just pull this block out and say hello. Abby will have a little hello tab for 2 seconds. So in this case, Abby will say, do you want to hear a joke? All right. And we can actually use the flag. We can go events when the flag is clicked. In other words, when we start the program. Do you want to hear a joke? Okay. And then we could go to Devin and code for Devin. We can say when the flag is clicked, we can say sure for 2 seconds. So now if we run this program, you'll see both Devin and Abby say the same thing at the same time, which is not what we want. So we're going to go to control, and we will have Devin wait for 2 seconds while Abby says what she's saying. So, do you want to hear a joke? Sure. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Now, so we've got that down. Okay. And now we can create the dialogue. So we can go back to Abby and say, why was 6 afraid of 7? Why was 6 afraid of 7? Question. And we can run our program. And we can see again our dialogue is mismatched. That's because we need to have a little bit of a wait here. We need to have Devin wait 2 seconds. Abby wait 2 seconds. Want to hear a joke? Sure. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Okay. And we can go back to Devin, have him wait a couple of seconds, And he can say, I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Question mark. And then we can have him wait for 2 seconds. I can go back to Abby. She'll wait 2 seconds. And then she can say, because 7, 8, 9. Yay. And then she can wait a bit. Whoops. Sorry. Put that there. And now we can go to Devin. And actually, let's just run this. Let's see what we've got. Do you want to hear a joke? Sure. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're on a good path here. And now let's say, so first of all, right now it looks like Devin is calling out to Abby. We may want to look at the sprites that Devin has, or sorry, the costumes that Devin has. So we're clicked on Devin costumes. And we have several costumes here. And it looks like one of them is sort of just kind of regular Devin here. One of them is Devin thinking. One of them is Devin laughing. And one of them is Devin calling, it seems like. So what I might want to do is start Devin on costume A here. So what I would want to do is go back to my code. And we can go to looks. And so when the flag is clicked, we want costume to be on Devin A. So when my flag is clicked, we're sort of at the original, we should be at the original costume. Okay. And now, right when Devin says, say, I don't know why was 6 afraid of 7, I would want Devin's costume to switch to the one that was confused or thinking. So maybe costume B. So I can go switch costume to costume B. And now let's run this. So you want to hear a joke? Sure. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. And of course, after we say why 7, 8, 9, we could switch costume to the one where Devin is laughing. So that, I think that was costume C. By the way, you can change the names of the costumes in here as well. You just have costume if you wanted to put Devin, you know, Devin questioning, Devin laughing, so that when you have your code, you remember what the costumes are doing. And so we can run this again. Do you want to hear a joke? Sure. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Now, another thing we can do is we can add sound to this. So, and in the last video, I showed you how you can record a sound. My favorite laugh sound is Fozzie Bear from The Muppets going, that's my sound. So what I'm going to do is I am going to record that sound. So if I go to sounds, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to choose record. All right. And what I'll do is I will hit record and play this clip. Okay, so obviously when I play this, I'm going to get some stuff I don't want. So what I'll do is I'll cut out the stuff I don't want, which is probably from here to here. And I'll save that sound. And I'll put it in as waka waka. That's my... I could probably make this a little louder too. Which is pretty cool. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to my code. And when he switches to costume C, I can have that sound played till done. So, you want to hear a joke? Sure. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. That's funny. Okay. And so, now what we can do a lot of things. We could, like, change the scenery up for a minute. So I can go to my backdrops, and maybe they're on the beach, or they're on the boardwalk. And now, maybe after they tell the joke, maybe we move them to the beach. So what we can do is we've got now we've got several backdrops, okay? We've got our original blank backdrop, the boardwalk, and the beach. Okay, so now notice when I click the beach and I click the flag, I'm on the beach right now. But let's say I don't want to be on the beach. I want to start on the boardwalk. So in my code somewhere, for either sprite, I'll stop the code, we can have when clicked, I can probably looks. We can always just switch backdrop to boardwalk. Okay. So when I click the flag, we're switching back to the boardwalk. That's already built into our code. Okay. All right. And now I can also, what we can do is we can use, so something we can do in our program is we can actually do something called a broadcast. All right. And so this is kind of interesting. So what we can do is Devin plays the Waka Waka. And then once that happens, because we don't know how much time that takes, after that's done, we can broadcast a message. I'll just call this, well, right now it's message 1. And what we can do is when that message is broadcast, we can tell the other sprite, say Abby, so when she receives message 1 from Devin, okay, so Devin's got to play his Waka Waka, and when you receive message 1, so what a broadcast does is it sort of alerts the other sprites to do things. So when I receive message 1, Abby might say, let's go to the beach. Beach for 2 seconds. And then we can have, say, the backdrop switch over to the beach. So now let's see how this program runs. Do you want to hear a joke? Sure. Why was 6 afraid of 7? I don't know why was 6 afraid of 7. Because 7, 8, 9. Waka Waka. So now let's go to the beach. And they're on the beach. All right. So I've got a lot of different items in this story. I'm going to hit share because that way the project becomes public. All right, so this video I think does a good trick in showing you lots of different cool things you can do, and you're going to be creating your own scene. All right, thanks guys.